Wine, chocolate, and more exercise. I'm just
Exactly. And more cookies.
that's
Um, okay, so I am here hanging out with Annie on our first Grateful Sweat hangout on Zoom. A little bit harder to get into than a Facebook Live. Like when we just see Facebook Live, it's so easy to stop scrolling and hang out for a little while. It's a little bit more deliberate. So what I might do is encourage everybody to get on the email list so they can, which I'll put a link to in the comments of both Facebook and on Mighty Networks, so they can get little reminders of stuff like this. I do think it'll grow bigger as people realize that if anything, I am a consistency machine and maniac, and I may not be that smart or industrious, but I do have the ability to show up day after day or week after week. I've got that kind of tolerance. So when you realize, hey, he's going to do a Zoom again next week, and the week after that, you'll realize it's something that is building and fun to hop in on. I had a couple updates that I wanted to share with everybody before Annie and I say our gratitude, and that is GAP, or the Gratitude Ambassador Program, is going to be launching soon. I wish I had a solid date on that, but I'm just kind of ironing some things out and deciding the how. I already know the what and the who's, but I'm deciding the how we'll deliver this and implement this best. GAP, or Gratitude Ambassador Program, is going to be our way of turning you into what I call a domino of sunshine. So I don't think I'm the sunshine in anybody's kind of day necessarily, but I do think that I'm the person that tips a domino that lets the sunshine in a little bit more. And this is like the visual that I run in my head. And I think that if I can tip two dominoes, like any fun domino trick, that then they tip two dominoes and it just keeps growing and expanding out. And the way we can do this as gratitude ambassadors is to either bring people into the Facebook group, which I'm going to mention a little change that's going to happen in the Facebook group soon, but either bring people into the Facebook group from Facebook or from your network as a whole, bring people into Mighty Networks from either our Facebook group or from your friend group, or buddy up with somebody who is already in the Mighty Networks who's not as comfortable with it as they are with Facebook, because it is a new platform, and I totally understand there are some growing pains and some figuring things out as we go. So it's bringing people from the outside into Facebook, from the Facebook to Mighty Networks, and then partnering up with somebody in the Mighty Network and kind of just giving them a little bit of hand holding, let's say for their first 10, 20, 30 days. We can discuss the details later, but I think that's going to be a lot easier for people. And people are rooting for this, not for me, but just to see our little home succeed. So if you want to put in your vote to our little home succeeding and growing and growing and growing into a global movement, this is the way that we'll do it. Some perks include more collaboration opportunities with me. Some of my friends that I've already collaborated with find great fulfillment in this work because it is expanding well past themselves, and that feels really good. And I want to partner up with you for that sort of thing. It also will include a free t-shirt, which I'm super stoked about. I'm not dragging my feet on the t-shirts, but I'm figuring out the exact design placement and sizing and everything like that. So those will be available soon. And our very own Maria Guadalupe Apapacho has volunteered to also help distribute them in Maryland because it would be really hard for me to do it from Maui. So thank you, Maria, for that. You'd also, as a part of GAP, be the first to know anything that's happening in the group, like upcoming programs, services, fun stuff, challenges, and products. I also want to have a tote bag because I think having a Grateful Sweat tote bag would be like the best way to save the world a little bit by not getting disposable plastic bags, and maybe be a conversation starter about Global Gratitude Jar. Speaking of challenges that are coming up, April 5th is the next Grateful Sweat Challenge. That's a Monday. They've started on Mondays typically, and I'll get through this pretty quick so Annie and I can get through our gratitude as well as read a little something from here. But the next Grateful Sweat Challenge is a 28-day challenge, very much designed to help you figure out why the goals that you had weren't being reached. And hint, hint, it has a lot to do with the book that's behind me, which is Atomic Habits. And it's a lot of reflection on the systems that you have to support those goals. Because a lot of people have very ambitious, beautiful, beautiful, noble goals that just fall because they don't have the right system supporting it. And this isn't like a, hey, I'm going to tell you how to exercise thing. I can tell you a lot about why I do what I do, but this is more of show up for yourself 28 days in a row and figure out why you're doing what you're doing. So your why is very important, and figure out how to create better systems around that goal. I don't know very many other people that are doing this, and this has been one of the more rewarding things I've ever done in fitness. It's really awesome, the kind of breakthroughs we come to. So if you're ready for that deep dive, hit me up, send me a message. Starts on April 5th. There is a little bit of a buy-in, but it's absolutely free, because if you hit your 28, actually it's 25, it's if you hit 90% of your days, you get a full refund. And I refunded a lot of money in the first program and felt very, very good about it. So this is just kind of the difference I want to see in the world. And I want to see it so badly that I'm willing to make it essentially free once you make an investment of buying in. Having a little skin in the game helps a lot with that. So that's the Grateful Sweat Challenge, April 5th. I don't think there's anything else. So I've yapped long enough. I'm going to ask Annie what she's grateful for. I'm going to say something I'm grateful for, and then read a little bit out of this beautiful book that somebody gifted me and I'm so grateful for. So Annie, what are you grateful for today?
Well, I've already put my gratitude into the jar today.
Oh, awesome.
And that was, I should say, I can't even remember what I said. I'm grateful for the confidence to make changes, but leery if I have the strength. So it's that's a conundrum to have, but I feel a need that I need to make some changes for myself, and I hope I have the strength. So I don't know if that's a gratitude, but that's what I'm thinking about these days.
Totally. That's I'd call that a part of the story you're telling yourself, and it's a fantastic awareness about what you're thinking, which I don't know if you felt this as well, but so gratitude is really just mindfulness. It's being mindful of what we're grateful for. And I like it as an exercise, because when we practice gratitude enough, we start to look for things that we're grateful for. And now we're training the mind to do the things we want it to. We can also very much go the opposite direction and ruminate on what we don't. So your awareness of the changes that you want to make, it's great to be able to see that, because not everybody does. A lot of people are just in ruts and they don't know why. So I'm
grateful I started a list, and I'm interested in that atomic, what do you call it, the book that you mentioned?
Atomic Habits.
That will probably be a great motivator and help me with my strength and endurance in this process.
Totally. And this isn't at all a pitch, but I think you would be a really good candidate for the Grateful Sweat Challenge, which starts on April 5th. We'll talk more off camera. I wanted to read I'll say something I'm grateful for. One,
the title of the book, because we don't see it.
Yeah, it's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And among the many things I'm grateful for somebody, I don't know who, sending me this book. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is written by Charlie Mackesy or McKeesey. Did you hear, Annie, on the interview what his name is, how you pronounce it?
I don't remember.
That's okay.
It sounds good. I don't know.
Mackesy, which is awesome because I've got a dog named Mac.
Okay.
which not everybody knows this, but my middle name is McDowell, and my dad's middle name was Mac. There are rumors why he got the abbreviated version on his birth certificate, and it probably had to do with my grandparents disagreeing a little bit. But yeah, Mac, our dog, his name was Jack, and when we got him, and my wife's name is Jackie, and she's got a dog named Jackson, and we're like, okay, we definitely cannot name him Jack. So, in honor of my father and my long ago Scottish namesake of McDowell, he became Mac. Long story, which I'm pretty good on getting into tangents. I just wanted to show you guys. There's some beautiful art in this book, which is why you should get a copy. Don't necessarily need to buy one. The library has it, but if you did buy one, I don't think you'd be upset about it. And there were two quotes that I really liked. One ties into the fear that I talked about fears and hopes the other day, and some of you guys shared your fears and hopes in a very vulnerable way. And on this page, what I like about it, it's got a fantastic quote, or it's a fantastic little verse. And the boy says to the mole, "Sometimes I worry you'll all realize I'm ordinary," said the boy. And then the mole says, "Love doesn't need you to be extraordinary," said the mole. So that's just a really sweet sentiment. Sometimes we think we need to be something to be loved, but we really don't. And then on this page, and again, just get the book, because you're not getting the full beauty of these little drawings from me holding it up to my computer camera. Let's see. "Is your glass half empty or half full?" said the mole. And "I think I'm grateful to have a glass," said the boy. And I was like, God, that is just so powerful. I
That's
love it.
it. That's today.
Just grateful to have a glass. Sometimes the glass is so full. Other days, just your practice of being able to see gratitude is having the glass. So I thought that would be an appropriate way to finish our day today. Thank you to whoever sent me this. I have a very strong feeling there's somebody in the jar, but it didn't come with any name on it. So to that kind deed, I'll keep spreading kind deeds and maybe get somebody else a copy of this book to keep the dominoes of sunshine tipping. Well, Annie, thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. We had fun.
Thanks for telling me your memories of me were not terrifying.
Yeah, no, not at all. It was really great. And as I said, it did spiral out into a positive way into me doing other swimming
What you're
things.
doing now is incredible. So
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah,
for sharing that with me.
yeah, you're welcome. Have an awesome rest of your day. To everybody else watching the playback, come hang out with us on our next one. It'll be next week, same time, and I'll put out a Zoom link for that. Peace, friends.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.